drop it.
And what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Just for the record, today's one-on-ones also have to be canceled. Have doctor's appointments. There's a lot for me to do. I really gotta turn the corner on being sick. Okay, I gotta turn this corner. But let's see here. Market open. Really, not much. Did managed about 4 trades. I'll post this in market chat so you guys could see. There you go. There you go, guys. 4 trades, $14,000 today. That's all I got in me. Alright, Dungdo. What's up? Yeah. It'll get better. It'll get better. I got antibiotics. For me, what I have to be mindful is not only I have to be mindful that I don't get infection in my ears. You know, obviously, you guys know I'm hearing impaired, so I just got to be mindful of that. I have antibiotics. I have been in pain, so it is what it is. But, guys, let's talk about trading here. Let's talk about the rules. If you guys want me to show out a little bit, I mean, I can show out a little bit. Let's really look at this, right? Trend down. Let's see. We are 20 minutes into open. We have consolidation here. Guys, all right, let's do the read here. We got some consolidation. We don't necessarily see that here with trend thrust. We have shallowness here with our RSI strength. We're gonna go ahead and like if you ask me if I did this with the S, no, I play in Q. ES is, you know, or if you want me to look at ES, I'll look at ES in a second. But as it stands right now, we got consolidation. Looks like it found a level. Yeah, you got a lot of consolidation here as well, right? It looks like the market's just gonna sit here, wait on some news. Now, yesterday, some of you were getting your ass handed to you, just trying to play chop. Let me show you guys something. You know what? Let me be candid here. Can I have a candid moment? If you guys just really let me have a candid moment. I really want to be candid to anyone who wants to listen. Now, please, I'm asking if you would just listen to me for a second. All right. Good morning, Steve. All right. I've put 15 years of my life on the line when I created 1348. I also put 3 years of my life on hold to give you guys the best trading system out there. Now, everything I did do was a choice, whether it was staying up to 3 in the morning, not sleeping, right? Taking time away from my family. These were all choices, right? Because I felt that there was something bigger than me, which was this community. I felt like you guys were bigger than me. This isn't about me, dude, because I'm already fucking rich. I've already planted my fucking flag. This is about you guys, right? This is about, you know, alongside that flag, how many people are actually going to remember my fucking name, right? And I made those choices, and I surrounded myself with people who are going to help me make it happen so that you guys could have the system. And in the same way that I made these choices and sacrifices, literally put my life on hold and paying daily with my health even now, I want you guys to make that choice, to stop fucking around. Make that choice to actually sit down and really look at what this is, man. Look at what it is. It's an opportunity that no one else on earth would have provided to you, right? Do not let it go to shit. Otherwise, you know what? You guys would be like anybody else in my life who took me for granted, who took me for my kindness for granted, right? I put it all on the line so that you guys can go ahead and just bullshit in the chat room like, yeah, I made $300, $400. Yeah, we make it look easy. But you have to make that choice, right? Gamblers, if you got a gambling issue, you're going to have to make that choice. Seek help, right? If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have to make that choice and back test and look at what we've provided. These are all choices that you could make. All of you have that choice to make. Okay? 100%. Now I can't put a gun to your fucking head, right? You know, there's very few people who can trade like me on this earth. Very few people, right? And those people would give two shits if you knew how they traded or not, because they planted their flag. I want you guys to take this seriously, okay? Your prop firm challenge, don't cry at me about your prop firm challenge that you cried, that you blew it up. I don't give a fuck about your prop firm challenge. Make it real. Make it real, right? Don't disrespect yourself and disrespect me and think that like I'm giving you the fucking golden ticket to fucking riches. Like, no, that's not what we're doing here. Right? Tyler said, this isn't get rich quick. It's get rich for sure. Take your time, man. And with that, each and every day the charts provide us an opportunity to get a step closer. And all you need is 1%. 1%. You guys are running around, you know, like showing a big dick of like I made 30%, 40%. Yeah, show me your losses, bro. See me? I trade live almost every day and I post my gains almost every day. You will see me lose, but you will see me win most of the time, right? I've earned that right. Right. I've earned the right to make that attempt to inspire you to be great. But if you're running around like 30, 40%, knowing that you're breaking the fucking rules, like, please don't post. Don't post. Right? If you're trading after hours, don't post. We don't need that. We need people following the rules and making money and showing the world that 1348 is here to stay. End of rant. And so here we have the system here. Consolidation is clear as day. Consolidation of Y. Super trend here. That is a level. That is something we had to be mindful of. The previous super trend. I'm going to mark this. Change the color. Right? Guys, if it's a line on a chart, it should be respected. Period. If it's a line on the chart, it should be respected. Right? Like, you know, the difference between the haves and the have-nots are those who have discipline. If you want to have some discipline. All right? Here we go. Go ahead. We got this level here, right? That's a line. We got to respect it. We have Excel. That's also a line. We got to respect it. Above Excel, we also have a line here at 19,725. We got to respect that. Above that, we have Super Trend. We got to respect that. Now, relative to the system here, where are we relative to our 200? Where are we relative to our 200? And in order to find that, why don't I see my 200? Let me go into the settings here. We got Super Trend. Let's see. Why is this interesting? Okay. Let's see. We're under the 200. All right, let me go ahead and load this again, guys. Yeah, make sure I have everything I need. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay, we are below the 200. Cool. I can see that now. I got lost in my own colors, right? There's a lot of congestion here. This is the 200. We're going to mark the 200 at 19702. That's also a level. We have all these levels here, right? All these levels. It's really, really hard to insist that you're going to make money through all these levels. It's so hard. In fact, where I made my money was a very, very aggressive play to the downside. Right here. Away from the levels. I was trying to get away from the levels and trying to get away from the EMAs here. Right now it's just a whole lot of sideways action. Now, what we could see here is almost in equal parts with trend thrust. This is going to keep you out of chop. Right? A wick down, a wick up. It's going to keep you out of chop. Okay? And also, you know what? You guys, I'm just going to say this because, you know, I deal with this a lot with people who come to me for a boost of confidence. If your support circle is not supporting you, your loved ones, your friends, your wife, or whatever, replace them. That's it. Right? Replace them. That's simple. If people are not adding value to your lives, replace them. That's it. Right? You know, there's so many people who go through their lives just using other people and then make themselves a fucking victim. And then what they want to do is they want to drag everybody else around them down. You don't need that in your life. And I'm just saying it. I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of messages, right? And you know, sometimes it's even relatable because I'm also human and I also have a network and I have people in my life. Just surround yourself with positivity and people who are going to uplift you and people who are going to appreciate everything that you do, appreciate your journey. Why? Because the people who sit there and appreciate your journey, when you go ahead and make those accomplishments, they're the true ones in your life, man. All right? Let's stop subscribing to negativity, negative thoughts, negative energies, and then letting that be part of our trading. Like, don't let that be the case. Right? You don't need that weight on your shoulders. You don't. Okay? You know, everyone's sitting there like, so when are you gonna make it? When's the house? When's the car? Like, shut the fuck up. Let me do my thing. Right? So, you thought if the wicks are small, this is chop. These are big ass wicks here, bro. That's chop. That's chop. Okay? Let me tell you something. You want to be successful in anything you do, and not just trading, but trading is just, it's so important that you come with it with the right frame of mind. And if your circle is fucking toxic, you're never gonna get to where you want to be. So these are all choices you have to make. You have to choose to cleanse your circle, and you have to choose to follow the system, and you have to choose to be part of the journey. Right? Because, guys, you're not going to get rich tomorrow. I'm not doing this. It took me 15 years, dude. You're not going to do this tomorrow. Now we got $1 million port. I get you started with a 1-to-1. All right. Moon Boy, 100%. Man, I want you guys all to succeed. Like, this is a game of this is a game of oh my god, it's a game of attrition. It's a game of attrition. Profits, yes, I am. It's a game of attrition. That's it, right? Make sure you're here. for the final roll call. That's all this is, right? That's all trading is. That's why we trade small, right? So that we're here for the final roll call, because this is a game of attrition. You're just, you want to be the last man standing, okay? That's just the way this works. So we got this here, guys. We're paying attention to Excel here. Right? We got Excel here, right? We got the band turning green. We're looking for confluences, right? And what we see right now, guys, is we don't see a message to go. We don't see a message. We don't get a okay. We don't get a green candle. We don't get any of that. It's okay. So if it's not there, there's nothing to do. Listen, if you want something to believe in, go to church. This here, no, there is no guy in the sky in the clouds that's gonna save you. You're in the fucking markets. You gotta save yourself. Okay, it's that. This is as real as it gets. Men jump off balconies and windows because of this. Like, right? DM says it's been a while since you traded. It's guys, let's go. Let's make it happen. But right now, there's nothing that says go. Nothing that says go time. And this is where a lot of you guys end up fucking up. Now I got a DM from someone, right? And it was a long-winded DM. I keep losing. I'm not going to say names. And I just sat there and I was just like, bro, it's your own fucking fault. Like, you're losing because you're not following the rules here. There's nothing to do right now. Nothing to do. So we wait. No, man, it wasn't you. It was actually somebody else. Like, this is a thing. You think that your challenges are unique. Guys, your challenges aren't unique, but in just the same way that your challenges are not unique, the solution also isn't unique. The solution is just make the fucking choice to submit. Right? That's really it. We make a choice here. Trade design. Look at, we have a level here. We got a potential close here. We're gonna wait for that retracement. Let's say that structurally this trade is still valid structurally, right? But here's the problem. I need a candle close and a hold down, and I need this body to be a little more extended. Have there been very few solid trades in September? There's been a lot of solid trades, right? It's what you make of it. Exactly, J-Mac, right? Also, I want you guys to remember this, right? It's not your entry, it's your exit. It's not your entry, it's your exit, please. Okay? So, sometimes we get seduced by an entry, right? I gotta get it here, it's gonna run on me. And it really doesn't matter because it's about your exit. Now, we see here this is just sideways, right? We're warned that this is sideways for 15 minutes. If we insist on taking this trade, we insist on losing because this is not a high quality setup. Once again, there's nothing that tells us that this trade, right? It's oh God. I'm getting messages. With all due respect, you sound like shit. Because I feel like shit. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I'm gonna have to reschedule all my longevity clubs and get my ass to see a doctor. But here we go. Still waiting on the candle close. Right. Trend dress is always going to have massive wicks, right? But every day provides an opportunity for at least 1%, dude, right? It's for you to be able to understand where that opportunity exists relative to what the system is telling you, right? Right, we got a potential candle close. A potential candle close. Jeez. Hey, guys got 42 seconds, 41 seconds on this, right? Let's see. 32. So, all I'm going to do is I'm going to place an order, a sell order on a retracement here. I'm going to sell 5 MNQs on a retracement right there, right? If it doesn't fill me, at least I'm not chasing a candle, okay? Ryan Marshall says it feels like a sermon. Oh, man. All right, guys, so we got the candle closed, and it's a whole new candle. I was waiting on the retracement to see just in case that candle. I didn't get it. And so we're like consolidating in this zone. So I'm just going to leave my order here. If it fills me, and of course, with the trend and the continuation going down, if it fills me, then I make money here. If it doesn't fill me, then I don't make money. I also don't lose money, right? Guys, remember, not like staying cash is a position. So not taking a trade is also a position. Okay. Here we go. Just keep that in mind. Now I want you guys to pay attention here, because my fill is just below the ribbon there. That's my fill. Well, actually, just on. I just want it right there. So my fill is going to be 689.50. Again, if it takes off without me, it takes off without me, and I'm okay with that. It's FOMC today, right? The whole band's gonna talk about interest rate cuts and whatever. And everyone's expecting the market to just like go berserk, right? But I feel like the market's already priced in everything. So, all right, we have a level here. It's coming down to that level. I didn't get the fill. I played it safe. Okay. Now, let me close this position here. And I want to show you guys something. Right? If you got in the trade and you got a fill, you might have gone stopped out here. Cool. But it gave you another opportunity. Structurally, the trade was the same. It gave you an opportunity, and it would have given you a 1.89, which, if you got in, let's say around here, you would have lost one and been up 0.89 or almost a 1. Okay? That is math. And what tends to happen is we go short, you get stopped out, and then immediately, because you get stopped out, you decide you're going to go long, right? So then you decide you're going to go long, but then the market goes short on you again. And this example, this moment right here is where you realize you fucked up, right? But this happens way too much. When I look at the trading journals, I see it happen way too much, right? And so here it would have given the 1.89, right? Why would I have stayed short if I had to take a position? I would have stayed short because everything told me short. There was nothing that told me bullishness. So my point is, don't allow, just because you got stopped out, right? Larry says that's exactly what happens. I've seen it hundreds of times, yes. Don't let impulse drive you into your next trade. And so that's what happens, right? You're in the trade, everything is going according to plan. You know your risk, right? But the minute you get stopped out, you almost immediately go into impulse. No, 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 no. Let yourself get stopped out and then reevaluate the trade, right? Again, structurally, it's still set down. Now, I only had two options here: go short or go flat. For the most part, I chose to go flat, right? But according to the trade design and the system, you would have made bank, right? And so I also want you to know, right? Just because you lose one or you lose two doesn't mean that you're gonna lose it all, right? And I feel like the fight or flight, especially when someone's in a losing streak, they then engage in like, I gotta make it back, right? I gotta make my day worth it. I gotta do all those things. And they do that and they end up hurting themselves even more. And guys, once you play that game, your game is no longer math. Your game is no longer math, okay? So I want to show you guys something. It is something for you to really, 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 really think about over time. Over time, what are you, right? And this is why we have journals, right? This is why we have journals. And journals will tell us like, hey, all right, I'm a 55% trader with an average 1.25 risk to reward. I'm risking 2% of trades, right? Over 1,000 trades. What's the probability that I draw down even 50% or ruin my account? The probability is 0 and 0.023%, right? We look at the win rate there, right? If we change that to 48%, right? What happens? The numbers change considerably, right? So, as a trader, we can't necessarily win them all, but we can put ourselves in high probability trades and setups. And our system wins 60% of the time, 65, 70% of the time actually, right? So if you're getting a sub 50 win rate, that's because you're taking subpar trades. You're taking too many trades, right? I tell everybody, listen, no more than 3 trades a day. No more than 3 trades a day. Why? Because that's really all the market's going to give us, and that's what our system's going to give us, right? 3 trades a day. Now, in order to offset that 48% win rate, we then have to trade smaller. So we take the 2% and turn it into 1%. Now, look how drastically that improves our scenario. Are you guys paying attention to this? Right? It may not seem like a lot, but over time, it is tremendous when we go from 1 to 2%. with a 48% win rate. Your risk of peak to valley drawdown is 13% with a 2% risk to ruin. If we bring that back down to 1%, that 48% win rate, right? That number just, it becomes that. Literally becomes that, right? And so with that, I think we just proved that trading is a game of attrition, right? Did we not just prove that here? It's a game of attrition. So how do we make sure that we're there for the long run? How do we make sure that we're there for 1,000 trades? We make sure that we manage our risk. Does that make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Right? We could almost always manage our risk. We could also improve our win rates, right? We could also make an attempt to improve our risk to reward at 1.5. In doing such, right? In doing such, congratulations, you have a trading career. There's absolutely no reason for anyone to be greedy and to oversize and to blow up their accounts with, let's say, Top Step. If you use a 1% risk, and obviously better than 50%, with a 1.5 to 1. Guys, let me show you this. Right? We could go 1.1. We could go 1.1 with 1% risk and 50 and even at 1.1, your risk of blowing up your prop firm account damn near zero. Well, now my downside's managed. What's my upside? And guys, I want you to think about this. As long as you're still in the game, your upside is infinite. It took a while for me to digest that in my career. But as long as you're still in this game, your upside is infinite. Our downside is static. It's controlled. Okay? Does this make sense? Right? What separates the haves and the have-nots is discipline and time. That's all. That's all that separates the haves and the have-nots. Discipline and time. Okay? This here will make you a rich man in time. Okay? Back to the chart here. So we got a level here, guys. I told you, hey, respect all levels. Respect all things levels. It came down to a level. It just bounced right back up. It's coming back to a level, right? We got like humongous wicks here. Our trend thrust, our RSI strength indicator is pretty freaking shallow here. It's shallow. So, I mean, the price action is garbage, right? Like, okay. So, the question now is, where do we make our 1%? And if you're on the chart and you can't identify where you're going to make your 1%, right? So if you say, okay, well, from the break of this level here at 1.89 down to 3 to 1, that's a 1% move. From 3 to the 4, that's a 1% move, right? And so this here is just, it becomes arbitrary. It becomes meaningless, at least right now, right? Because we're still below the band, right? We're trending down. And if I were to take this trade just to go down to this level, I'm assuming risk just to make, what is that? That's 17 points, right? The 17 points. That's hardly worth it. That's like 1/3%. It's 1/3%. So taking the trade here will almost be pointless, right? Now taking the trade here would be a little more meaningful. So then, what do? If our goal is 1%, and we've already established that from here to here, it's not worth the risk. We go ahead and put our entry just below the level there, and we're going to sell. And so we put a sell order right there, right? Once again, if it comes and it fills me, I'm in. If it doesn't, I'm not in. And I have nothing at risk. And what I'm telling the market to do is play my game. Come to me. What is my target? 1%. Listen, there's so many of you who have been in a trade, or maybe even in the day, where you're up more than 1%, but because you're not trading with a plan, you're just trading open-ended, you end up experiencing like massive peaks and valleys, right? Massive run-ups, massive drawdowns, run-ups, drawdowns, run-ups, drawdowns. Why? When I see that from a trader, right, I know they're trading without a plan. And you know what? Trading's life. Because if you try to live life that way, you're just gonna fucking run circles, right? When you live life without a plan, that's what you're doing. You're running circles. Okay? Like, so, or just hang out here. The trend's down. We know the trend's down. We have a target here, right? Let's go ahead. I'm going to set my buy right there, right? So it comes down, fills me. I buy it there. Nice 1%. Right? It's what we're doing is also we're making sure we're trading the trend and not the candle. That's so important. The candle will wreck you all. 100%. The candle will wreck you all. So when I play according to my game plan, I know this candle is irrelevant to me. I'm worried about this trend. That's all I'm worried about. I don't give a fuck what this candle's doing. Right? Yes, you could turn off your candles. 100% you can do that. Turn off your candles. But I don't care what the candle's doing. I care what the trend is doing. And so then, anybody here shoot? Anybody here go shooting? Who goes shooting? Goes to the range? Hands up. There you go, Anthony, right? Okay. So, there you go. Cool. Check this out, right? So, a candle is a moving object. And a candle is basically like the head. And so in a personal defense situation, what are you taught? Aim for center mass, not the head. Why? The head's smaller. Yeah, we would love to get the perp with a fucking headshot, right? Like we would. But center mass, right? And so what I make sure is that I'm focused on the center mass, not the smaller head. And for me, that's what the candles represent. A smaller target. Can you imagine spending the whole day trying to nail such a small target when it's easier to nail the trend? Center mass, more accurate, right? It's just so much easier to do that. So instead of me aiming for the head, I'm aiming for the body. And that's the difference between trading trends and trading candles. Makes sense, right? I rather I rather miss knowing I'm aiming at a trend, right? Than hit and feel like I got lucky in a candle. Let me repeat that again. I rather miss knowing that I was waiting for a trend than to hit a candle and feel lucky. Makes sense. I hope it does. I really hope it does. So, what I would wait for now, the candle, big candle, right? Big candle. If someone went ahead and went long here and played the bounce, like that is pure luck because it's going against the trend, right? Pure luck. What we have to wait for, we got the 10:30 data drop right at 10:30. We'll see what really happens, right? We'll see what really happens. Will the trend change? If the trend changes, then I know I have to move, my point of aim to a different trend. But I'm still not trying to shoot the candle. Pointless. It's system and following the rules, absolutely. So, missed a trade again. Wow. You know what? I rather miss trades than chase a trade, get stopped out, and then be proved right after. One more time. I rather miss a trade than to chase a candle, get stopped out, and then be proved right after. Okay? So, let's see what happens here. Black Betty is keeping his money today. Watch the show. That's all you need to do, brother. We do not have to force anything. We don't have to force anything. In fact, forcing a trade is kind of like forcing a shot. That's pretty fucking dangerous, right? If you don't have the shot, don't take it. If you don't have the trade, don't take it. There's consequences to that. Now, Black Betty, your military guys, let's thank Black Betty for her service and all the other servicemen who are in the community right now. Thank you so much. Because of you, I get to talk my shit, right? But, I mean, that's why discipline is probably the most important word in the military. Because they're fucking running around with grenades and guns and shit. I would want discipline to be like the key word of your life. Oh my god. Jeez. And in discipline it's don't have the shot, don't take it. So, bunch of chop here. The trade changed momentum a little bit, but did it give me the signal to go long? Do we have a signal to go long? No, we don't. Nope, we don't. We don't have a signal to go long. So there is nothing to do. As a trader, your job is to be comfortable doing nothing. You gotta be comfortable doing nothing. Boy, you sound like future rapping about trading. Jeez. Uh, I was going for more of like Barry White. I was hoping for that. That's not happening, right? Alright. AI is yellow, so don't go. AI is yellow, which means indecision. That's indecision. Yes. There you go. And you know what? All we did today was just sit on our hands and see if the trade would validate itself, right? Our thesis is purely to the downside. So we want it to trade to validate itself to the downside and stay away from just the known mess here, right? The known chop. It's like, bro, you want my money? Come get it. I'm over here. If you're not over there, and like, all right, cool. My money isn't in the market. King Hit asked if I had a mentor. Did I? Did I have a mentor? I had the most brutal men on a fucking planet as my mentors. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Back when men could be men. And not fucking like, yeah. When men could be men. It was it was fun. I gotta watch everything you say now, right? Like King Hit, I gotta watch that I don't hurt your feelings. We live in that world. Be inclusive, right? Oh my god. What was that? We live in what was that? Uh Diversity and inclusion. We live in that world, right? Where you're not really qualified, but we gotta hire you anyways. Like that's the world we live in. You're not really qualified, but we gotta hire you anyways. So, yeah, that's because we gotta be kind, and we have to be inclusive. Come on, I don't care. I do not care. I do not care the color of your skin. Can you do the job? Let's do the fucking job. I do not care. Right? Don't care if you fucking you're yellow as fuck and glow like a Asian glowworm. I don't care if you brown as fuck and you talk with a heavy ass Patel accent. I don't give a shit if you're Puerto Rican and a former car thief who changed his life around and decided like, hey, yeah, I wanna do this, right? Like, yeah, I don't care if you're a fucking Italian Guido, right? Who just loves grease in their hair, all the like way too much grease, right? I just really don't care. Can you do the fucking job? Oh, I wipe my ass with their feelings, the good old days. Yeah, man, you know what? We got bitch ass men and bitch ass women who don't know how to treat men who raise pussies for boys, wondering why their boys are actually questioning their own fucking sexuality and say, hey, I want to be a woman too. Maybe let me go to the bathroom and be a woman. Oh, on top of that, I'm not secure enough with myself to play sports with other boys, so let me go ahead and sign up in the Olympics and beat the shit out of other women because that ought to make my mama proud because I have daddy issues. Yeah, that's the world we live in, and we let it fucking happen. So sad. Everyone's got a fucking excuse these days. Just like, yo, shut up. And like, trading. This is why I love trading. No excuses, bro. You fucked up, you fucked up. It's like, right? That's why I love trading. It's the most fucking honest thing in the world. Fucking nothing's lying to you. If you're a piece of shit, it's gonna let you know you're a piece of shit. If you're on top of your game, it's gonna let you know you're on top of your game. right? That I guess that's why I love trading so much, right? Uh, I love trading so much. Is honest, the most honest thing I could do. Like I said, I believe in charts more than I believe in any religion out there. Like, yeah, it's just it doesn't make sense, right? And it's convenient for when it needs to be convenient. It really is. It's convenient for when it needs to be convenient. It's just like it's a crock of shit. Okay, going back to the charts here, right? So here we are, just hanging out on Excel here, right? Look at this. Nothing, right? All right, there you go. There goes the question. Entry long? No, we haven't been given a signal to go long. We haven't gotten the signal to go long. So it's wait and be patient. We do have some clues, right? We got wicks here, right? Again, we were talking about the shallow RSI strength, but we got some wicks here, right? Um, this looks like potential pivot points, right? We got to break a level. Again, this looks like opportunity, but it's also a great candle, right? And so trade design, let's go. It's a trade design. We got to take it, right? So here we go. Trade design up. Let me see if I get this into focus here. All right, 250, 25, $100, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target a level here, right? I did not take a trade until it was a trade design, right? Now, if I lose this trade, guess what? I lost knowing that I took the best shot possible, right? We don't anticipate, guys. We react. So, Philip, to answer your question, we react. I reacted. This is what I reacted to. I reacted to a trade design and an entry, which was damn near perfect right here, right? And there goes a level. There's a level. There's a 0.55. Ah, not the greatest, right? But it was an opportunity, right? I just wanted to show you guys, like, as long as you're patient, there's opportunity. There's opportunity. And this candle hasn't closed. This candle, we've been in this candle for, let's zoom in here, right? Let's get a countdown, right? 2 minutes, up $300. Let's really put that in perspective in life, right? So, no, Arvin, yes, it is candle close. Glad you pointed that out. But I want to show the anatomy of a trade design, right? Like, in patience, patience on the trade design is the anatomy. Can you use 1348 on Weeble? Of course you can. And just put the EMAs in there. All right, here we go. Like, patience, it's just chilling. We're just chilling here, right? Like, whatever. You know what? It's like 775, 700, like 750. Like, guys, I'm rich, and you know what I'm thinking? Like, yo, I can buy an iPhone in less than 5 minutes. You know, you always put it into like into context. Always put your money into context. I could just go buy an iPhone 16 now with a 5 minute candle. When you start thinking about that way, you get less greedy. You just get less greedy, right? And of course, up $1,300 is coming up to a level. $1,400, $1,500, coming up to a level. Guys, you see me do this every single time. You see me trade live almost every day now. Almost every day, you guys are seeing me trade live. Right? Let's see if we get the fill there. Let's see if we get the fill. No, it's not going to give me the fill. You know what? Whatever, I'll just close it. That's $1,300, right? That's an iPhone plus tax. That's an iPhone 16 Pro Max and tax, maybe. There you go. Navarro took the trade and made money. Now, why did I take the trade? Because I didn't like how it came up to a level and all morning it showed just chop. I just didn't like it. Now, could it break it? Of course. But I'm not here to hope and pray. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make money. We didn't come into the markets for fucking equality and oh, whatever fucking GME or AMC stands for, right? Like that's why I said, guys, even from the very beginning, when I was covering AMC, we are here for coke and hooker money. That's why we're here. We're here to make money. If that's not what you're here for, then you're fucking doing it wrong, right? That's like meeting a bad bitch and not trying to fuck her is like, yo, what's the point? Like, you're useless to me. You're just a fucking pain in my ass, and it's like, you're not putting out. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, I made my money. That was it. Last entry was 5 contracts. Gary says, I'm going to put that on my tombstone. He was here to make coke and hooker money. Right? There you go. Cool. Good stuff. Alright, guys. I got about a 35-minute drive. I'm going to sign out. We made money. Maybe I paid for my copay. I don't know. Certainly did pay for my self-employment insurance this month. Jesus. Jeez. Anybody got self-employment insurance? Oh my God. It's so fucking expensive. It's insane. Yeah, I'll get better. Peace out, guys. Later.